Hmm. Alrighty. Excellent game here, Broken Arrow. We have a 1 minute starting timer. And it's good to be back. Yeah, I was a part of the closed beta. That was fun. But for now it looks like we're back. The servers are really finicky today, so I'm just happy to be in a game. It's about 30 minutes of waiting and 10 minutes of playing. But all is well here. I'm starting up the game. I don't really know what to place is the problem. Alright, so I guess I'll pay my AA tax. Alright, so I guess I'll pay my NSC 100 AA tax. Alright, so I guess I'll pay my NSC 100. This is good. Very good. A little bit of echo there, but okay, now we've started. Yeah, helicopters, lots and lots of helicopters. Why so many helicopters? This is not wargame. You can't heli rush here, which is something that a lot of players will have to learn. Everyone says this is the next wargame, and really it is. Except they actually got the balance right. Which is something I'm very happy with. Suppose I'll deploy my fast Moto Streltsky over here. They have K-16 boomerangs, very nice, fast, armored vehicle. Russia is also lucky enough to have drones, so I'll deploy one of those, because those are capable of scouting. The Americans will eventually have those, but do not currently have them. And we can see here we have the Tor M2, which is to move into position and set up. Here I am remembering all my controls. Oh yeah, the boomerangs, these are nice. Real nice. The graphics here are simply insane. Like, on a first-person level, it's almost as if I'm playing Fortnite. Helicopters there being taken out by Allied. Ah, yes. Allied air batteries, which were rushed in there. Very good team. I see a hostile jet fighter, so I'm deploying my anti-air now. We also have a Tor M2. Yeah, funny little anti-everything launcher, which is very nice. I assume they fixed the bug in it. It had a pretty bad bug there. I don't remember what it was, I just remember that it wasn't at all functional. I'm looking kind of nervously over there. I notice we don't have too much on that flank, so I'm gonna drop the Sturm there. And we can set up the Tor. Oh, look, an SC-25. I think it's going after my drone. Oh, now the Tor is set up. It's just gonna pop that SC-25. Beautiful, beautiful. We shoot and then we scoop. Yeah, we're just gonna move a little bit so we don't get shot at. Highly unfortunate that. And the S-300 is now out of munitions on the left there. And then our guard on the right is also out of munitions. How unfortunate. Well, at least they shot something down. That's nice. They're out of munitions because they used them all. Yeah, so now comes the part where we drop supplies. And, the drone is shot down. Drones will often get shot down. That is just something that happens. So the Motostrelski are moving in, and then, those are fine. And then, yeah, I'm gonna... Where do I want to put this? There's no option to drop half of your supplies somewhere, which I find a little bit annoying now. You know, I want to drop half, and only half of my supplies. I'm gonna drop those up there, move the S-300 up a bit, and then I'll have a truck supply back here. And I'll also move those up. Helicopters are one of the best ways to supply your troops in this game. The Americans are lucky enough to have the B-22. The Russians, of course, were not. The B-22 is only about half as fast as competing helicopters. Sorry, twice as fast. Yeah, only twice as fast. I'm gonna begin moving the Motostrelski up. I am aware that it is possible to be flanked on the left, but the Sturm SM is guarding this kind of section. I mean, I noticed I have an ally over there as well. I should probably get this thing moving. Like, for example, that might be a decent position. And we can also see that there is a forepost just out of range. Nope, not even out of range. Engage. It was shot down, apparently. That's nice. Oh yeah, we have a Terminator 2 there. Nice. Covered bushes, all hidden. And strikes on least expected. Very nice. Those units are unloaded and back to base. Same over there. The S-300s are going to absorb those munitions and back to base. The S-300 can actually shoot down incoming projectiles. And I think the Tor can as well, I'm not sure. And I think we'll have to check in the hangar because I'm definitely not going to test it mid-battle. I'm actually going to begin moving the Tor up. I noticed that thing stay deployed as well, so that's cool. And the Barburst there. Heavy vehicle, tons of armor. I don't want to send my K-16 boomerangs. I do have SU-57s with bombs, or I guess cruise missiles, you know, drop it and it explodes, but they're not really going to be the focus of my attack here. As S-300s, on the other hand, are very well supplied. It's just they're not close to anything. This is bad positioning on my part. I have the Tor, though, which is closer. It has a good range. And a lot of ammunition also. I have not killed anything on the ground yet, and I'm getting death pits, so I'm going to move all of those forward. The Storm SM is a shot on a BRM-3K. I can't tell if that was a kill or not. Allied artillery fire I see there? I do actually have some more Tor M2s as well. Okay, only shoots a jet fighters, that says. Or does it? I have no idea. Nor am I planning to remember anytime soon. But yeah, so Tor M2, very nice. Even with our allied units, because it can move while shooting, apparently, and it also has the ammunition to stay with the pack, moving and shooting. 16 ammo versus 2 on the S-300, which are more of an aerial denial thing. In the back, though, again, moving forward, I don't like this rear position. Sturm SM is up here. I'm moving that forward. I don't like being a rear, like, I'm often slow. I want to move fast. I want to move so fast, and the boomerang was destroyed. So we have the boomerangs here up against the barbers. Reverse move, R. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to reverse move Baffler into shelter. And that Barbarous looks like a perfect target for an SU-57 strike. You know, I'm just going to bring that all in here. What is my precision strike key? Okay. N. 1, 2... How many times do I have to do this? Ah, okay. We have 4 missiles here. So I'm going to be pressing down 4 times. And then cruise missiles were always one of my favorite things to do, even in the closed beta. They're just beautiful. And the K-59s and cluster missiles, which just make absolute havoc on ground vehicles as well. Like, all of those units are pinned. That was beautiful. I'm addicted. I'm doing it again. Another S-57. Again, precision striking. Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Another K-59 strike there. Really beautiful. So there we go. Yeah, that's nice. So beautiful. And their top attack as well. You can see how they dive down there. And I'm not sure. I almost feel like they have collision avoidance as well. Whatever the case was, there's a Typhoon VDV there, and I'm bringing a Sturm SM in position. That's boomerangs. The boomerangs are expendable, you know, meant to die, not too bad. TOS-2s. Heavy rocket artillery, levels of region. I'm bringing 2 of those in. And, Thor is still there. Still everything's fine with it. Haven't seen many air units. Oh, okay, this thing is still alive. Yeah. Forward moving there. If I can get back base, I get back some of the points I spawned it with. I'm gonna send that back to like 50 points. It's not gonna be too much use for it. And until we're back there, I wanna move so bringing another copter, we're gonna be... The snipery could be useful, but what I want is I don't have many AT launchers. It's an IGLA, AGS-40, and the Star Map 2 are gonna be my AT here. Risky move by myself to bring no AT launches, I know. But I think it'll pay off. In the meantime, the Sturm SM are gonna move forward, and I'm gonna bring another one. Ooh, an SU-25. Tor, take him out. Perfect. What are you doing, Tor? Well, it wasn't me. Is that the Tor's glitch there? It doesn't actually work? Alright, now let's see if a reactivation works. If not, then I think I'm gonna have to select a new medium range anti-air. Okay, it's down there. It's getting, Sturm SM is gonna turn it around. Back up. Back up, Sturm. Currently detected and taking fire, unfortunately. In the meantime, we have an incredibly slow down and a Q-160 moves toward my SP-100 battery. That is simply perfect, but it is also a little bit far away. Oh, the Tor M2 over here. Pretty good. It's low on munitions, but I see 16 out of 16. Maybe that's HP. Regardless, I'll have it move forward, and that battery wasn't even on. It's my micromanagement issue we're seeing. In the meantime, the infantry moves forward. And that unloads right there, and then... feeling tempted, but I'm gonna move infantry forward again. We're gonna take this area up ahead. Viewers, let's take that area and that area, and everyone looks closest. I have not seen much action over here on the right side, and I'm wondering what's going on. So I'm gonna send in a drone. Cheap, expendable, and can see almost everything. And this right there is damaged, so it's gonna head back to base. While the infantry moves forward, you better hold that area. And then this cargo helicopter is gonna go back to base. So now we have an 18 vehicle buggy to move over there. Cheaper, less spotted, but same launcher. And the Igla anti-helicopter launcher can move forward. As well as this new squadron containing a grenade launcher. That is going to wreak absolute havoc on enemy infantry. Very nice. And the Tor is there and is repaired. I'm actually going to move it away from that so that it does not have a clear firing line with a tank. I don't want to get shot, I really don't. I could move it back some, but... Oh yeah, did I mention drones are incredibly slow? Maybe we have the forepost with a clunky little thing, but it's cheap and it's tiny. The scale of this thing is like, it's about car sized, I guess. It's not a very big vehicle at all. I want to be quite so cheap. Yeah, I really don't care if these things are shot down. Like, by all means, fly to your doom. And it was shot down. And we can see that that came from right here. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna call in 2 SU-57s, and we're gonna do that thing that they do best, and just rain fire on everything below. Let's just rain a little fire at it. Right, now we have another SU-57. Come on, just lay down the fire, and then we're gonna pull these out. As soon as they've taken their shot, we're gonna pull them out. Back to base with those, and take it out. So this one's gonna take another pass, which unfortunately makes them more vulnerable to anti-air, but pull out anyways. I mean, I didn't know, dudes. Do you think they got the memo? Now I have to figure out where I just took shots. I'm actually gonna lay down some fire. That'll be fun. Yeah, and these can move off to the right. I'm gonna fast move those to the right. I'm like 90% sure there are enemy tanks within that whole cluster there. What this is going to do is it's going to take about 10 seconds to aim, then it's going to launch, and it's the TOS-1A Buratino. Or Zoink Sapek, whatever that means, it's Russian. Yeah, very cool, very nice launcher. I'm laying down the very cool. It's a good launcher, high explosive, but it's inaccurate and it only shoots 24 rockets, so it's not the greatest. And I have like 8 out of 24 shells left. Not really all that great. And we can also see that there are more tanks and infantry squads coming in. So I'm gonna probably deploy some DSH here, which are like average infantry squads. Not good at anything specific, they're just standard line infantry. And then we have, I'm gonna go for long duration for this TL1. Where am I pointing this? I have no idea. We're gonna move this across the river, I guess. I'll have one POS-1A on each side. In the meantime, this can go back for more supplies, because I do have supply points here. I'm keeping my S-300 in them, but I really want to move them forward. I almost feel like I should move these forward on the left, but I have the Tors there. Depending on if they're still bugged or not, they may or may not function right. Would T-80s do a good job here? I mean, like, T-14s. T-14s are like T-80s, but better. And not only that, but I mean, I have plenty of P80s, and I feel like we should really be defending this area strongly, whereas P80s are more expendable, and they both have the APS systems. I've given both APS systems, I really like those. I'm also going to bring in some P80s on the other side where we can push, but it's not as important. And then Sarmat, he was going to return to base. It's expended all its rockets. I'm going to bring 4 more in there. I'm going to push on the left side first. I'm going to have a push on that. I think I'm also going to move the Core M2 into that supply zone so we can resupply with S200. And those S200 are actually useless back there. So I'm moving these forward. Both will move forward. I still have the supplies back there. It's not like they're useless, but I don't think they're doing much good back there. And that core is active. Those troops are landing. And then T-90Ms are eyeing that area up. And Mi-28 would be good here. Mi-28s are great for busting tanks. And I've given them mostly rockets, along with a couple anti-air rockets. But the rockets in this game are highly effective, significantly more so than War Game, which is another game that I know is very similar to this, and many conclusions are being drawn. So, the rockets in this game, I mean, give them a chance, they're great. You can see that I think they have a helicopter currently deploying rockets as well. And it's a miracle they have not spotted my EOS 1A yet, so I'm going to lay down some fire there. It looks like they're in the forest. Currently one down, that's good. Oh wow, two T-14s, that's weird. And that means that we do in fact have a Tor M1. Push that position right now. The Mi-28N is now, believe it or not, excessive. But there's an SC-57, and that Tor M1 might have a chance to shine there. Very nice. 2 Sarmat 2s coming up on the enemy T-14 Armada. That is going to be a difficult kill right there. But it will be doable. Not all that difficult, and it can be done. I'm going to be moving some of my forces outside of that building. That right there is a strong position. I almost want to move it, but I'm not going to because I feel like I'm giving something up, and it's not 100% necessary. But those 2 tanks right there, especially the T-14, are really, really strong. The good thing right here is just flat out the strongest tank in the game. And it really is strong. Which is why this right here is going to liquefy that 4-1 position, and I'm going to now have the supplies. And oh look, an artillery position and an anti-air position. Or not. Yeah, so that would be a flank attack right there. But the T-14 Armada would be what killed my vehicle right there. So if this helicopter moves forward, then maybe I can put down some fire on the T-14 Armada. And in the meantime, we're actually going to have that POS M1 there move back. Rockets are nice. They don't really discriminate on who they target. The thing is, I have to actually be able to see the target to use them. I currently cannot. And those anti-air launchers are going to stop me from doing anything. Those vehicles are just chock, or those warehouses there are just chock full of anti-air launchers. Not moving in there. Like, okay, so I can put down fire support with a gun. And rockets on the T-14, that is gotta hurt. Mi-28 is going to move back, though. That is a suicidal position right there. And the rockets are putting down fire on my current position. I'm going to actually head back to base to avoid getting shot down, if it can move fast enough. There's QS-1 here. I'll go ahead. Safe for now. Resupplying. An ammo case, though. I almost don't want to use that. I'm going to move back. Resupplying is expected to take a while. And that BOS-1 is partially resupplied, so we're going to move forward again. The BOS-1 is a heavy-duty launcher, but I'm a bit underwhelmed, and I think I might switch it out for a Polizia next time instead, I would say. Okay, here we have a T-80. which can stand up to that other T-80. I'm gonna move those forward in a group now. I know I'm kind of playing both sides of the field here. No, an ST-100. So yeah, we're gonna move forward here, and then my Sarmat 2s are gonna be supplying me and supporting me against the T-80 Hondo. Extra firepower and everything. It's one-on-one except by a fire support, and that means that I can generally hope to win this engagement. And do I really think I can take on a T-14? Well, with all of the units I have here, I really think I can. I mean, this Sarmat 2 swarm is a menace. Very nice. Very nice, swarm thing here. A wolf pack? Yeah, so moving forward against the S-300 as well. That's the area we're trying to capture. And this is a pretty big and major breakthrough. I'm gonna move the S-300 forward a bit. Do I still have a core M1 up there? It looks like I do not, so all of my units are vulnerable. This massively sucked when a plane showed up right now. Like that, basically, but it's flying away, so that's good. Not good, though, is that I still have them exposed, although I can move on that anti-air again. Like, that's the good. Premier anti-air, that was beautiful. Who's that? Was that me? That was beautiful. I can either choose to run away or push the area, and I'm gonna really put up the flanking pressure on my allies here by pushing into that area. I mean, on my enemies. This should allow my allies to push their front as well. In the meantime, the TOS-1 can move forward. I want to provide support, but it just has a short range. It's feeling a bit underwhelming. To be fair, I have not used this unit before. That S-300 is moving. Then we have my teammate telling me to target a location, which I'm going to do. I don't actually have 5 missiles like they requested. I have 4, but it should work out just fine. And those cruise missiles, those Gage-59 cluster missiles, are fearsome. So it looks like that plane is probably going to be lost. I don't know if they have a Patriot. Shame. Poor shame. The Tor M2 is moving forward and, doing well. Okay, so the TOS-1 is currently being killed by infantry. That would be a problem. The minimum range on it, though, is not actually that long. I think I can, hurt them now. My vehicles are currently in the area as well. And, like... Do I take this? Well... It would definitely help if I had infantry there. No, the vehicles can capture. The vehicles can capture, and that is totally uncontested as well. I can also send in a plane and some supplies. I noticed some of the Sarmat, or at least one of the Sarmat 2, has low HP, and some of them are also out of munitions. That might encourage my enemies to attack, though, which I don't want to do. Excellent work, Balmered. Yeah, those buildings are down, and I assume infantry in them as well. A hostile supply cage, and this area is basically mine. I mean, what else is there? The US crew can begin moving back. It just says that All these are US. Probably an early game bug. Maybe there'll be separate Russian crews. Could also be some air crew. And with this area now being captured, I think we are gaining points on them. I mean, is there a point system currently? Or did I just like move across? This is a good strategy here. Very nice. Okay, so that is going to be my savior. Supplies and anti-air. And I'm going to be dropping right down there. The Russian IL-76 is currently the largest transport aircraft in the game. No, do not die. Expensive. That would be really sad if I died right there. Those are all my points. But yeah, the T-80 and the Sarmats are, this looks good. I mean, I feel like if we pushed across the river, that would be pretty much all I need to win, totally. I mean, do we win after we capture the fourth area, or did the place kick down? Well, I guess the infantry divisions can begin to move forward. It's not like I'm on the defense over there or anything. And it looks like the TOS-1A can also begin a bombardment. I'm gonna hit the far side there. Line infantry is going to defend the tanks as we push across. I can't tell if that area is crossable or not. The area we're moving towards is over there, though, so I'm going to move over there, over on the closer side. Because on the far side would be a good flank attack. It would also leave us super close to their spawn, and not only is spawn killing not cool, but they would spawn too fast. And then it looks like the T-80 is smoke. A tank reinforcement could be cool, but am I behind enemy lines right now? All of a T-14 meet that force at the bridge. And then, oh, you can see that we do in fact have more T-90s. T-90s are weaker than the T-80 currently in game, and they cannot be equipped with an active protection system, which I find is kind of a major flaw. So all of these forces are going to be moving toward that bridge there. When with the Sarmat 2 being fully repaired, all of these forces are also going to be moving over there for what I hope is a final push. But I'm actually going to move them up over here since I don't want that area to be recaptured by the T-90s. That would not be a good thing right now. I'm going to send the TOS-1A's back to base. T-14s look nice. They've kind of a boxy design. Okay, so the Tor M2 is hit. I don't know what's on that. It's not being hit. But the Tor M2 is hit. And there's supplies right there. And the Sarmat 2s follow the T-80 UM2 over the bridge. So those dudes right there are currently under attack. Tanks, T-14 Armadas I don't stand much chance against, nor are they really anti-tank units, like at all. So as I said, I'm not going to cross that bridge and I'm instead going to fall back. Tempting, but ultimately unnecessary. The Tor M2 is respawning. VDB is, well, it's definitely doing good. I mean, walking, not at vehicle speed, they're going to be overtaken soon. I kind of want them to get into the warehouse, but that's going to expose them to the T90 or T whatever's over there. I'm bringing another helicopters now that we've cleaned out these warehouses. There shouldn't be very many sandbags, or pads, I guess. And okay, that... Anti-vehicle launcher right in front of me. It should be pretty easy to punch against those, though. And then, yeah, they're engaging close quarters. Another one across the river. Yeah, okay. This thing is going to go back away from the water, and those two are going to wait right there. One of them got shot up or something. And that building over there can currently go and be attacked by a helicopter. There's like one of those there, yeah. In the meantime, these tanks are going to move forward. This side of the river is completely ours, so we're totally fine over there. I'm going to move that 300 closer though, and it has the range to be able to support with supporting fire from this side of the river, which is going to be very good. I would send a drone, but which I can't send there. Rockets! Wow, the rockets in this game are actually viable. Okay, so I now have a tank force. It's tempting to send another Sarmat. I can send some more Sarmat. I'm gonna drop that in over there, yeah. 4 Sarmat 2s. And those forces can cross the river. I'm not currently sure what lies on the other side. Will that tank battery? That's just perfect to send the helicopter after. I could probably actually send a 4-post as well. Sorry about this, everyone. I actually have a sore throat. I've been sick recently as well. That kind of hurts. So, 8 minutes remaining in this game, and then it becomes difficult to get into another one because of just how absolutely insanely overloaded the servers are. And for great reason, because this is, you know, a great game. It just really sucks that the servers overloaded. And this S300 apparently needs to be stocked as well. So that's where I'm going over. And the Mi-28 in there. It's doing pretty well, it looks like. 4-post drone, we'll see how far that gets. And I have the helicopters land back here, because enemy anti-air can and will shoot down anything that gets close, even if it would not normally be shot. Like, for example, if it would not normally be targeted, helicopters fly up higher, and as such will be shot down. Mi-26, though, is a really beautiful looking target helicopter. I've always just liked this. Personal preference. Many others would probably disagree with me. And what I'm seeing right now is quite nice. The Mi-28N is out of anti-tank missiles, but still has plenty of rockets and anti-air missiles to go down. There's a bit of that in that building. Perfectly fine. All is good. It seems like their lines were just broken and they haven't recovered since. And that thing is, currently taking shots from the Tor M2. I can't tell where it's shooting and if it's homing. That S-300 there is resupplying, and that zone needs more supplies as well. I'll go be Santa Claus and deliver the Christmas gifts. Oh, and the helicopter shot down. That's unfortunate. Just gonna add these to my control group. Very nice. So those units now moving forward, I'm hesitant because I feel like they're gonna be rockets in any of those buildings there. I'm very hesitant moving forward. If their bots can lead the way, but I almost wanted them to play the support role. It's better like this. I wouldn't really lead the way in the tank. Especially not the P-14, which is very expensive. The S-300 here is very, very nice, horizontal-wise. But by using a giant missile, it actually has the longest anti-air range in the game, which allows be an aerial denial system for pretty much any enemy aircraft, as long as there are multiple, because it does only hold 2 missiles, as opposed to the competing Patriot batteries 4. So it's now going to drop himself right on down. And this is up to... And oh, victory! Very nice. I guess we captured the area. That was actually very nice. Very nice. Alright, we can start another game now. I will auto-join. I'm used to auto-joining because that's how it was in the closed beta, so... Alright, another game is Russia. Russia is my preferred faction because I do like their drones. The faction is strength that America gets naval marines, or just marines in general, I guess. Whereas Russia gets... tanks, drones, in my opinion, better aircraft, although my opinion is wrong because I didn't even know that bombs could travel until recently. Servers are restarting. Highly unfortunate. Yeah, that was not gonna work apparently. Is it ready? Searching. Very nice. Game servers are highly overloaded as it is the first day of open beta when, like, everyone can get in. The last 5 days of closed beta were also pretty insane. Those were the 5 days I was there. They let in like 5,000 people 5 days from the end. But, I mean, it was a nice time. But I guess while that's rebooting, I'll switch out my TOS-1, or it could be a Kolizia or a Venom. And what I look for is a good range. 4,200 meters there compared to the TOS-1's 2,400 is going to help out a lot. And Russia doesn't get the ballistic missiles that America gets as well. So these longer ranges are going to help out a lot. And on top of it, they can be cheaper as well. The extended range has longer yet, but it costs additional points. I can do something with those points, like purchase a Droke, which is a small vehicle. It looks like it can be used for smoking off allied infantry, or a Known S, which is another small, low-range artillery weapon. The thing about it, though, is that the Droke is smaller and... Actually, no, it's not smaller and cheaper. Well, it's faster. Its weapon appears to be significantly worse, though. Shorter reload, but shorter range as well. The Known S looks good here. And the Known SM has a longer yet range, so that's what I'm going to fill up my now vacant artillery units slot thing with. Not unit, but role, I guess. And the Derivatsius. This is an anti-air weapon? Anti-vehicle cannon? It appears to be an anti-air weapon because its range only 1100 meters, and it doesn't look like an indirect fire weapon. I mean, it's angling up a lot. And I have to wonder if the servers are backed up. They've been going up and down all day. It's like really popular game. So I have to wonder if this one will work or if it's still restarting. I'll vote for the Frontiers map, which is different. Should be fun. We were just on Parnu with that nice river there, provided some tactical opportunities for the U.S. Marines. I can't tell if that was an amphibious slot, but computer servers are not backed up. One other thing Russia has is that they do have an IL-76, which holds significantly more at 48,000 weight capacity than the American KC-130J at only 20,000. It is also about 1/5 more expensive, holds more soldiers, but I never actually find myself using it all. In the meantime, the KC-130J can be given weapons to make itself as good, or I mean, it's not as fast, but it can be similar in the weapon role, I guess. Because the IL-76 doesn't have weapons, so the KC-130J can be a combat transport. The thing the IL-76 has that the KC-130J doesn't is a gun, I guess, turret on the rear of the aircraft. Can't really see it. That allows it to open fire on enemy aircraft after attacking it. Normally, then this is a cool and good thing, but it only has a range of 1,000 meters, which means that it's very, very difficult. I mean, it just doesn't, it's very niche, I guess. Doesn't do much. And this game has a lot of very cool planes. The IC-25, for example, can hold an insane amount of munitions, coming with 16 Vickers missiles by default. But I mainly prefer the cruise weapons of... Where's there an example? I guess the IC-34. And these weapons have a range of 2,500, they can cruise smaller ones for 4,000 meters, which allows them to just come into the back and rain havoc and chaos on anything close by. Very, very nice. And Superco versus Viper. It's only listing 2 of these for some reason. Huh. The Viper is a nice helicopter. I can actually have this on my American deck. And I wonder if the servers will work or not. If not, I'll take a break and I'll come back in about 5 minutes. Oh, all right then. So this is good. It actually works this time. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this game because while it doesn't work often, when it works, it works. I'm actually going to take a breather here and get a drink of water. I'll be back in about 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, everyone, I'm back. 1,000 points on the board. Playing as America this time. Now, America is a faction that I'm not too confident in myself in, you know? My deck is okay, I know what their strengths are, but I just can't really seem to make it work. So today, I think we're going to start out with some V-22 Ospreys to hopefully quickly deploy some units here. And this is actually... I feel like I might have played this map before, but this is one of the few night maps. Like, I'm not sure if I've actually done this map before. So this will be an interesting game. Actually gonna come straight in here and hopefully take over the center of the map early. But that is very, very daring of me. The Americans get 4 Patriot missile batteries, which makes their gameplay a lot easier than the Russians, which only get 2. Patriots are nice, their range is interesting, but they don't do as much damage or just completely shut down its zone like the Islander does. They do, however, have more missiles, which means they cannot be overwhelmed, and since I get twice as many of them, that is another thing that is going to mean that they cannot be overwhelmed. Unfortunately, the Americans do not get drones. The Russians are the only ones that currently have drones. So for now, in the beta, I'm going to actually drone this. I do hope we get better infantry. Better regional infantry. Jeeps though, not so great. The V-22 Ospreys are fun, and the V-22 Ospreys are going to be my friend for this game. The Marines are fun, and then I want to see what's over there in that hostile area, and maybe if I have AVs to take care of it. But these jeeps aren't worth very much. They're cheap, and they have a machine gun. And they're fast, I guess. So I get an infantry squad that's not quite as versatile, easily more destructible, and just faster. That's what we have here. We are also fighting against apparently another America. Yeah, not my game. Oh, well, ouch. On the bright side, though, I was gonna say that we had good jeeps there. But the Marines here are going to be shutting, hopefully, down this garage. Like, they're pretty strong. Not going to be letting much get in their way. We can bring in some snipers and a mechanized rifleman anti-aircraft, which, while it isn't actually mechanized, can be deployed with vehicles as only 6 people, and they do fit into pretty much any transport, like the LAV-25A1, for example, which is one of the better ones. They also fit in a Bradley and a Humvee. Over on the left here, we can see that they are sending in tanks. I'm going to send in some trophies and some LAVs to back it up, because that worked really well last game. And I don't like how they're threatening my Patriot missile batteries, which are also over on the left. The LAVs are just hosing down an allied tank position. That wasn't good. We did not capture that zone. I'm actually going to move one Patriot launcher over towards the left side there, and my Marines are taking fire moving into the zone because they're not currently in cover. And I'm going to get in cover, and then hopefully they will be able to engage the enemy in close quarters. Another Marine squadron that is admitted to be at a fraction of it. Come fight. Patriots are set up. Enemy is somewhere over on the left side. I cannot tell because I do not have reconnaissance. The M60A1 though is a very light tank. It has been modernized somewhat. It looks like we're getting a squad together there over on the left, and that'll be nice as well. The Venom here is unloading, and the Venom does have a Gatling gun, which allows it to provide support at range. The Marines are going to move around there, and the Venom is going to take up a position up there. And the scout snipers are going to do so as well. The Talon there is quite decent, and is going to be taking fire from the Patriot battery. Which the missiles still do not have a logo by them. That is that. When the missiles have a logo, I will be very happy. In the meantime, Venom moving forward, hopefully providing some reconnaissance. I'm gonna have an Osprey bring in some support there, some supplies. I'm not really seeing myself with very much anti-tank units. It is my own fault for not bringing very many anti-tank units. It is my own fault for not bringing. In the meantime, the trophy systems are moving forward. Helicopter is not doing so great. Allied units are, and they do have an anti-air launcher, so they're not defenseless if an air vehicle comes up. Patriots are just firing and letting loose. That's not good. That Patriot is pretty screwed there. Yeah, so it's a pretty good idea to shoot and stew at this game type. Not good. The Americans do get 4 Patriots, which is definitely going to help me here. And the M60A1 division is moving forward. This may or may not screw over the enemy on the left, and I'm actually going to send in an AH-1Z Viper, which is a moderately capable helicopter. It's pretty cool, pretty good. Not all that bad. I do like its loadout. The rockets in this game are interesting. I don't know whether or not to like them or hate them, so I brought some of them. I did not bring an anti-air missile, which I could bring. Okay, so we can see, however, that this building is significantly captured by enemies, and this entire zone is pretty much not in Allied hands. A HIMARS could solve this. With 230 points, a HIMARS is going to put this zone into Allied territory. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that forward. The HIMARS is a great range. What is its range? I have to check. I haven't been down this game for a while. 8,000 meters. So, one of the longest ranges in this game. I'm actually going to move this tank backwards a bit and smoke itself while moving. This allows it to move forward and back inside the smoke, generating its own cover as it moves, and opening fire on enemy vehicles which are currently in this game. Very nice. Countermeasures in this game are moderately effective, but that helicopter is dead. Should have moved down. As I said, America is not my mountain, so I'm just trying to survive this game. But the Viper there is putting down rocket fire, even amongst the smoke, so I'm actually going to put that backward. Another way through this zone is pretty heavily fortified from enemy position and from our tanks. You can see, however, that I do in fact have this here HIMARS is ready for shooting. And as such, I am not totally screwed over, as the zone is still within combat ranges. That over there that we just saw fly would be an enemy ballistic missile. It's going to be a friendly game, so it's America versus America, and America does get friendly ballistic missiles. That is one of the things that America is great at. I'm currently trying to figure out how to fire off the HIMARS. Please work.
Departing. Anti-aircraft here. At your command.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move my Marines forward a bit. I can actually tell what's in that sector. So an F-35 strike could work out pretty well here. And we can also see that there are 2 MV-22 Ospreys there. So that seems like a pretty good target.
Coordinates received.
And if the F-35 comes in, it's going to be dropping Stormbreaker guided bombs. Similar to cruise missiles, but not quite as cool, I think.
Line of coordinates.
Little bit interesting there. Not quite my cup of tea though, because as I said, guided bombs.
Roger, flying there.
airstrike is go for effect. Rolling on the
They're
target
not
area.
quite my cup of tea.
Coming around now.
So I'll see how this time goes, and then if that's it. It said they are supposed to have a 4,000 meter range, which would make them equivalent to the Russian KH-29 missiles.
Fencing out.
I'm actually going to move that thing back so I get points back. Does not appear to be all I wanted
You
it
won't
to be.
find a faster lawnmower.
That page in the meantime is active.
For contacts.
The Marines can move forward, and so can this anti-air launcher. Which is mostly what that is. Mostly just an escorted anti-air launcher. I didn't want this to be this difficult.
MLRS ready. Send fire mission.
Marines standing by.
I'm not so sure how that Marine squad is
What
gonna
can I do for you?
engage there. And okay, we do have an anti-helicopter
Air
launcher.
defense ready for action.
So I've just been told that the key I want to press is P on the Discord. Broken Arrow Discord is a great place, by the way. Super supportive.
Direct fire.
And then yeah, that's gonna target the HIMARS on target. Big rockets here, and I don't want to miss this one. Marines are currently taking fire from that tank, which I don't specifically like, but I do like that I do have a HIMARS coming in. I think that's what it's called. And I can just move that into the supply zone and we can get another shot off hopefully. What I don't like though is that they're currently being attacked by a lot of enemy vehicles. Not gonna be a good place for us. And what do I have to deal with those? Well, when I'm playing as America, I have the LAV APMs. I'm gonna move those into a cluster nearby.
Roger. Moving out.
And then as for what I really want to do, I mean, I'm going up against SEP VP Trophy, so I don't really have a choice here but another SEP VP Trophy. And it looks like if you put a friendly fire against my own units. Not exactly the greatest thing, ever. Not the greatest. I'm actually going to bring in some supplies for myself. Don't recover from that whole friendly fire incident, which was not the greatest. I'm also going to bring in,
Pedal to the metal.
I want to say more tanks. Tanks are like the one thing I need, and then also anti-tank launchers on infantry, because that is apparently essential, and I'm regretting not bringing it. I do have like AP4 here, but on a realistic level, what is that going to do? AP4 and anti-infantry snipers. Not effective in the vehicle combat I currently have. I'm currently experiencing.
Cavalry here. We're ready for action.
I'm gonna move M60A1 up and forward while the LAVs are coming in.
Air defense at your disposal.
Patriot Pack 2 is actually been pretty good, and so is the HIMARS. Which is why I'm going to move forward and take another shot, which hopefully will not be friendly fire this time. So I double press my firing key, and then I'm actually going to target this helicopter, which is
Providing direct fire.
either landing units or I don't know what it's doing, but I'm gonna move them back. That anti-air launcher is taking heavy fire from the trophy, and it will not last there. The Viper can help take them out, and then it looks like my HIMARS was intercepted by two S-200s, and the weapons in this game, you know, do have the 100% accuracy rate, so it's gonna be that was an interception and nothing less.
Lab at your command, sir.
Marines at
The Marines there, on the other hand, appear to be trapped. I don't really think they're going to be able to, like, slither out of that.
Roger.
And then currently the enemy does one more area than my team does. So I'm going to try to push into that area and reverse that
Next waypoint
on them.
received.
LAV-L then,
Back to base.
which is the LAV logistical variant, and stop right there. And LAV-M, which is a mortar variant, can move back.
Lab ready for combat.
I'm then going to push in this step VP trophy, and we're going to see the LAV APMs hopefully support it. And then we have our anti-helicopter launcher here, which is hopefully going to remain alive for that to happen. And just looking at the step VP trophy, like, that looks like it's not a great spot.
M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go.
The support units should be in the back behind the tank.
Roger. We're on the move.
You can see here that their tank is I think, it appears to be reversing back. It's going to say, do not drive forward any tank exposed your rear to the enemy.
Heavy armor is on the field.
Step VP trophy does have an active protective system, which occasionally works, but it cannot attack multiple enemies, or cannot defend from multiple targets at a time. It's a one-time thing, and then it has about a couple second reload. Step VP trophy is taking heavy damage there. I'm going to have its allies move back, and then I'm also going to have the tank itself move in there, and it's going to move off to the side. M60A1s are now going to move forward, and they're going to be ready, but unfortunately the Viper only has its gun remaining, and unfortunately it can no longer attack armor that I'm currently facing off against. So between the choices of moving forward to support my allies, and moving back completely, I'm going to see if I can move forward, and then I'm going to drop the helicopter's altitude down lower, which will reduce its speed and cause it to get between the buildings. Which is a bad idea as it is now under attack. But it can put down fire against that building. It looks like my allies are fine though, so the current priority should be moving away from the hostile building before turning to base and getting points back before the helicopter.
Tiger team here.
Okay, so this position is unfortunately compromised. This is going to result in me pushing forward. It does not look like I'm going to be able to do that in time. Some launcher just hit me pretty hard, but
Air defense, standing by.
I'm hoping to get a move on here pretty shortly.
Who wants a skylight for his house?
US
And those divisions up there are currently doing pretty well,
What are you waiting
but I'm going to have to move those back, and I'm going to need to bring in some more supplies. It looks like the LAV-L was not enough there. I'm going to bring in a V-22 Osprey instead.
Order ready.
And I'm going to try to move whatever it can move outside of the danger zone, but unfortunately it's not everything, as some units are currently incapacitated. The broken wheels, or like that one is straight up pretty much entirely broken. That C-Stallion there is really tempting though. If I can just get a clean line of sight, I can shoot that thing down.
Rocket artillery at your command, sir.
And I feel like I really can. So the V-22's coming in. I'm gonna try to resupply pretty much everything I have here.
To the middle.
Not too close though. I'm actually gonna land it over there. I'm gonna bring a second V-22 Osprey right here in the back for allied units. And these are the vehicles which will most likely require more supplies to repair. Now the V-22 Osprey is awesome. It's fast, and it's just a super cool all-around unit. And it's just put down supplies, which are just outside of the range of the allied vehicle.
Prepare the cargo.
Okay, grab that, move it slightly forward. We'll get there.
DC coordinates received.
I mean, I feel like I can almost taste it.
Mortar ready to fire.
I mean, I guess I'll just bring in another LAV-L. It's not like it's that much of a waste. Oh, okay, those units are now dead. Nope, all of it, all dead.
Drop zone received.
All gone. Alright, well. I still did not get to see the launcher there. I almost feel like it was over there. I saw a column of smoke, but a column of smoke isn't really enough for me to say there's the launcher. I'm actually going to move that Spartan back as I have taken fire. hopefully come with Cisco and not vehicle down. If they did, but it's to down one missile, I'm gonna be hopeful and say that they did in fact actually take it down. The Wides here are going down really fast. Still been down. That right there. That's the person that hurt me, obviously. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fast move back. On this left side here, this entire left flank is pretty much entirely theirs. I mean, what do I really have here when my air wing is being sniped from the back of the map by the impressive SD-100s? It's not all lost, though, because we still have the F-35s, which can, hopefully, get some bombing. They're just sitting on position. So I'm going to hopefully get a bombing.
Strike coordinates received. Joint Strike Fighter, at your command, sir.
I don't really know where I should be dropping, but,
Solid copy. Air support mission inbound. Roger that.
I'm gonna try to send them in somewhere, and then we can see those, again, incredibly impressive SD-100s there. All around, just everywhere, so many. And those bombs are dropped. That plane is probably gonna get shot down, but we can at least have it try to run away, and yeah, it's shot down.
5 by 5. Marines at your command, sir. Solid
The US crew has 2 machine guns and is pretty much useless. I think they're stealthy, though.
affirmative.
I can try to have them sneak into the forest to break into that zone. But then again, I also saw an enemy jeep in here.
Roger. We're Oscar
Looks
Mike.
like he's some at too.
Devil dogs here.
Yeah, I'm so obsessed with this game, I'm memorizing the units. Rather interesting, I know, but, yeah, that is not gonna be good on the air wing there.
Recon vehicle under
And
fire.
there is, in fact, a, hostile enemy building there. I guess I'll take an LAV-M at this point. I mean, I don't really have that much else. I'd hate to drop out of this game, though.
We're on the move.
I'll just sit there.
On ass, we're moving.
All of Venom bringing these 2 squadron supplies, and can't really hold up with any other soldiers there either.
Always a Marine.
But then I'm low on points, so I cannot really push there as well.
Contact with the enemy.
And we can do that little nut symbol. That's going to show us that the vehicle is in fact incapacitated and lacks movement abilities. Lacks some movement out of its 2 arsenal.
Mortar ready to engage, sir.
While this vehicle moves forward, and we'll be able to use its mortar shortly, I'm going to actually bring in a low altitude Viper over here on the left. LAV-M is currently under fire, along with that tank. I do believe I'm just taking collateral from the tank. I'm gonna begin a bombardment on those hostile enemy facilities. With the LAV-M having a fast aim gun, they can do that pretty well. And the US crew, I don't get too many points if I bring them back. It's like 60 points, so I'm going to try to capture this area. I'm not feeling too confident, but you'll never know if you don't try.
Good copy.
So, moving forward, into the trees.
Mortar ready.
Very nice.
Mission.
This mortar is going to be putting down fire as well, and I'm actually going to put down some smoke for myself. I'm going to have to go ahead into putting down smoke about that position, just putting a line between those buildings in the area is going to be pretty helpful. Not the greatest.
Mortar at your command, sir.
Well, with the mortar in range, I can now actually put down fire on their armored positions as well, which is going to help out here.
The
Meantime, I'll drop the Viper's altitude and then have it move forward.
New flight plan received.
And then they're pressing the Patriot battery there. I'm actually going to bring in 2 more Patriots. 1 more? I'm not seeing too many enemy aircraft in here, which is nice.
Viper.
And they have an LAV-80 there, which isn't cool, but this is why we do have this mortar.
Solid copy. Fire
I did not
mission
run our
received.
boosters. The LAV ATMs are feeling a little bit fragile right now. I'm actually going to bring in another 4 Marine squadrons in V-22 Ospreys. Those are always very nice. And generally pretty effective. Then we have to remember to shoot and scoot by moving the mortar away from enemy units. You can see some enemy armor coming in there. And that is not going to be a good time for anything in this general region.
Radar turned on. Looking for airplanes.
Magic carpet ride is over.
The Venom does in fact have rockets it can use, and I'm going to move it into the defensive position to hopefully convince the enemy team to back their armored units out. Even if only for a little while, you don't really know what you're coming up against. And so hopefully that will be enough of a deterrent for them to back those tanks out, while I somehow think of something to do.
Who needs support? Don't stay here.
LAVM is now being shot at.
Hit the gas, driver. Roger. Fire mission.
I'm gonna put down some fire on those LAVMs. The MV-22 Ospreys are actually just gonna straight back out. And hopefully this Venom will be able to put down fire on the enemy tanks and currently see. But I don't want them to get shot at by the machine gun. Because their machine gun is capable of actually damaging the gun. Now that it's out of rockets, it can just back it up. And it was shot down by a Viper.
The higher they fly, the further
I'm
they
not
fall.
actually sure if the Patriot can target out of rockets.
Marines, at your orders, sir. Anti-aircraft here. At your
I'm gonna have more Patriot squads move forward. And I know I might bring in another HIMARS.
artillery moving out.
Patriot is doing a rather nice job.
Air defense
But
here.
I'm gonna have to shoot
Ready.
this too. Looks like I do have extra supplies at that other position now, so I'm going to be coming in there and scooping some of those up. Meantime, I'm gonna make another run on that position ahead there. And I don't really see another reason to keep the rifleman anti-air there, but I am gonna keep it
We have a
near the
building
supplies so that I can protect the supplies from any enemy aircraft, and the Patriot can remain safe from helicopters.
Lab here. We're combat ready.
I do want to bring in another HIMARS, though. Another HIMARS battery. And some tanks. I mean, I've never really been an M1A2 person. M60A1s, though, just aren't capable against the M1A2s, and so I'm kind of left in a little bit of a pickle. But the LAV ATMs are decent, or the M1A2s could be used. Armor penetration, though, is kind of lacking even against themselves. But it seems like the best way.
Defense here.
I'm gonna have one M1A2 SEP VT trophy brought in.
Marines standing by.
Establish a base of fire in that building.
The LAB-80 is going to remain here against any helicopters.
Rocket artillery at your disposal, sir. Rocket artillery standing by. Direct fire engagement. Engaging targets with direct fire.
Once the HIMARS have launched, I'm actually most likely just going to full on drop them back out of the battle, since that does technically resupply them. And that is very nice.
Landscape designers at your command.
So we're gonna just go straight on back to base. I don't know how many of those missiles were intercepted by the S-200. Finding the less important missiles first makes it more likely that the S-200 would take those and not the one that I was hoping to get hit for. In the meantime, I can see they do have a lot of hostile forces on the ground. So putting down some allied Marines is going to help out.
Anti-aircraft here.
I'm also going to move the LAB-80 forward because it is a very powerful gun.
Field.
Should not be
Air defense
underestimated.
ready for action.
Those Marines moving forward are coming up with an M3A4 CFB. Not a good thing. The Set V3 Trophy though is moving forward, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. And it's just not going to slow down. An FA-18 Hornet. Short duration mode. Actually gonna smoke that tank up because I don't want to get into a 2-on-1. That would not be smart if I could get into it this time. I'm going to be an equal fight, and I'm bringing in more tanks to back my forces out. The mortar is going to help out with this. However, with the Marines, some of the Marines' fortress currently leveled, I'm going to be moving the LAB-80 back. I do not want to get shot at by tanks. It is not a tank. It is a light, fast air defense vehicle. Do I want to bring in more HIMARS? Well, not necessarily. Could work out, might not. And at this point, I'm really just not sure. Ooh, okay. That was a Viper.
Anti-aircraft standing by.
Can't tell if it's in range or not, but there's definitely no line of sight, which is unfortunate.
Moving out.
Once the other tank is here, then I'll be ready on that front at least. Notice I brought in snipers on that helicopter because they are going to help me scout out with this region. And I'm going to bring, into that patriot back, and I'm going to bring a new one over here. Actually, that's a nice.
Aircraft here at your command.
I'll bring that one.
Air defense here. We're combat ready. Back pedal.
I really don't like the existence of that LAV-80.
NOE flight.
It has to go. And I can see that there is in fact a separate trophy there, so I'm going to take this opportunity to take it
Air
out.
defense at your disposal, sir. Solid copy. Engage and destroy. What are you waiting for? Drive.
Yeah. That's not enough.
Pedal to the metal.
So we have a combat technique there, apparently. That is very interesting. Now she's move the scout snipers up forward. Then again, as I said, not for combat, just to scout, because they don't have an anti-tank weapon, and that is mostly what I feel that I'm up against here.
Heavy cavalry ready for action. Armored, moving.
So I know it's somewhere in the smoke. I just don't know where.
Quarter ready. Send coordinates. Armored is
I'm going to assume
moving
that it's back there in the buildings. That's about the only spot I feel it could have moved in such a short time. But it could also be over to the side, in which case it would get a side shot.
out. Solid copy. Moving out. Driving to
And then, okay,
coordinates.
so we can move into the captured zone. That would be good.
The higher they fly, the further they fall. Abrams here. We're combat
And we're going
ready.
to put down fire on that hostile tank.
Good copy. Fire coordinates received. Heavy cavalry ready for action. Abrams engaged in combat. Deployed. Solid copy. Back out.
Actually going to slow up this allied units. And I just realized that that 35 is not, in fact, an anti-helicopter munitions. Those AMRAAMs are apparently only anti-aircraft.
Heavy armor in combat. Abrams here. We're in combat.
Panther ready. Time to bug out.
Interesting choice of what an AMRAAM can do.
Abrams here. We're in combat.
Because I'm pretty sure I can do more in reality. I actually do not have any anti-aircraft munitions on any helicopters as well. And then of course the LAV-80 was killed by the things that I wanted,
Good copy.
you know, right before it was necessary.
Give me a target.
So I guess I'm gonna bring the Marines up, because the scout snipers are currently having their, a good time with the Marines. The hostile
Air defense.
Marines.
Standing by. We'll go.
That US crew can be brought back. And then the anti-air division. Wait.
Get in that.
I mean, I guess they can be moved forward. It's not like that can hurt. Keep down a lost supply of
Order at your command.
And yeah, so now it's just a simple bombardment of said hostile positions.
Call for fire received.
And we actually have a tank, so I'll bring a Viper forward, and then I do the slow punch forward. Very difficult. I'm gonna bring forward some LAV APMs. I don't know why they call it APMs. I mean, probably possible. I also don't really like how I'm being shot at by this tank. And the Patriot was destroyed as well as another LAV-80. Not the best.
Proceeding as
Meantime, I'm burning through the F-35s like they're expendable, even though they're not, at all.
strike coordinates received.
And then an F-35 bomb whatever those buildings tank hostile complex. LAV-80 is closing them down very nicely. That building, the F-35 actually done that. Helicopter was down by the LAV-80,
Who needs support?
which I have still failed to kill. I'm gonna move the LAV-M forward.
Artillery moving out.
The Marines are also gonna move forward. And I'm gonna bring in another Venom with backing out old Marines. The MV-22 Osprey with 2 Marines and some supplies. 2 Marine groups.
Lab standing by.
Supplies are needed.
Order
I'm gonna ask my team for those, and then I'm also gonna bring those myself. Because when has asking a teammate for something in a multiplayer game ever worked out? Like, ever. Don't worry though, because people in this game are good.
Lab ready
It's
for
not
action.
great. Standard, in other words.
Roger. Moving out.
And when I have the LAV ATMs move forward again,
Hunters of gunmen here.
and there's another Viper over there. Now, I don't want it to have free reign over the LAV ATMs.
Lab reporting in.
Which is why this LAV AD has to
Target
move
coordinates
forward.
received. Engaging.
Very nice. Very
EM
nice.
carrier ready. Driver, move back.
That was a very nice,
In the air.
neat operation that I like to do.
Cargo drop. Watch your heads.
Order ready to fire.
LAVM though is gonna shoot its movement.
Lab at your command, sir.
Copy. Infiltrating.
And now we're moving up on this zone. Now my team is losing other zones on other portions of the map, which is not like we're gonna win, and we only have 3 minutes left, but I do feel a sense of accomplishment from capturing this zone.
Snipers standing by.
I do feel that this was a mostly good thing. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like the MV-22 Osprey is going to be as much help here. And when I move forward and all, but I don't think it's going to be able to do great.
Thrusting forward. Target acquired. Engaging. Flight plan confirmed.
Okay, so that was the next step.
U.S. Marines ready for combat. Mass landing assistance. What can I do for you? Roger. Call for fire received. Anti-tank.
I'm actually going to push the LAV ATMs forward here, because I feel like this could be beneficial.
Lab ready for combat. Lab here.
And then, yeah, with my team having lost sectors, this puts us about back where we started.
Moving
And
there.
they're going to move forward and kill that guy. This, though, stay back. Do not get killed. It has superior range over computing enemies, but should not be assumed to just be a win all.
Welcome to the missile age, punk.
That was comically bad in Warfare. Gonna bring another Patriot now and bring in some more support. And just remember that we do have to kill the tank to take over the area.
Lab at your command.
It's not like we can just overpressure it or anything. A Viper could be good here, but I don't believe they would not have another LAV anti-air. And I am wishing I'd brought some other anti-tank other than the LAV ATMs, which are now dead. The Bradley could work and does have TOW-2 missiles,
Copy. Relocating.
but I would want it to be escorted, probably by a SEP-B2 trophy.
Anti-armor here. U.S.
The Marines as well do have an AT-4 launcher.
Regroup and move up.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna record the SEP-B2 trophy. And they're going to be killed by Marine raiders. So the tank has been killed, but there are still Marine Raider division on the other side of it. LAV-80 moves up and gets killed by the Raider divisions. The if it remains where it is, Allied forces get killed and nothing gets done. I'm gonna commission a bombardment by mortar.
Air defense in combat! Send your orders! Check them out!
And the Marine Raiders are gonna wreak absolute havoc on the side of the river. That was a defeat. A 0.45 death loss ratio, not the greatest. Not the overall greatest. Now, returning to the hangar, what I'm going to do is I am going to modify that death. I am going to get some anti-tank units there. These IF-AVM2s, not the greatest, but alright, what I need to be in my infantry tab. Interesting tab here. Most infantry squadrons. The Cat Dragon, and what I'm looking for is range don't forget. The M47 Dragon 3 has an 800 meter range, with most of these other things coming shorter. But the tow team does have enough range to pose a threat, and the top attack missile even is top attack ability, which I like. So I'm going to be swapping out some Marines for some Sabre teams, preferably in Humvees, because Humvees are cool. So that actually looks like it works. Pretty well, in fact. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Good anti-tank abilities. The LAV ATMs and M60A1s were admittedly pretty disappointing. I'm not really feeling it there. Maybe an M1A2 Abrams could be good in that position, where they don't have active protection systems, which makes it a big investment for nothing, as opposed to the M60A1, which is cheap and doesn't have active protection system, so it's less of an investment. The M60A1s, though, are mostly supposed to be fire support, and I could not find a position where that was good. So I'm going to get rid of those and just replace them with an M1A1. That's actually not that bad, though. I'm going to take an HC, and I'll organize those all nicely. And that's not the worst. I think that could work. It's not a full load. I mean, it can take 120 points more. But, like, what is this thing gonna do? It is a turn 2 and probably would work best as, like, just being parked somewhere. And then if I can shed 10 points, that could be better, but not really seeing a place to do that, so I'll just have one. One is a defensive missile position. And there's the Sabre team, which is nice as well. And the Raptor division, still looking good. Still normal. I'm gonna play one more game before actually heading to bed. And oh, servers. Such shame. Yeah, that's... ouch. That's an ouch. So now you have a total server crash. Not just the, matchmaking servers. So I'll take a look at my helicopter deck while we wait. The F-35s here were not to my liking, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how these Stormbreakers are supposed to work. Because they have an effective range of 4,000 meters, but, like, do they have to be laser guided or something? Because I just can't get them to work. The J-Sail bomb, on the other hand, looks interesting, but it's a big cluster bomb. I don't know how it works. Palm bomb as well. I'll actually try those if it's not too many points. But that's gonna be too many points. I'm limited to it's pretty much 25. I can go up to 45, I guess. So I can try the JDM 1,000 pound bomb as well. I just feel like it might fail, just like the Stormbreakers. There are smaller bombs available, so AMRAAMs. I don't have enough points for that. I could ride an F-18 or AV-8B Night Attack. I mean, they're low-drag bombs. Is there much difference? Think of the Harrier Plus example, or this. There are Mavericks, which are anti-vehicle missiles, not cruise missiles, which is what I'm looking for. I love the Russian cruise missiles. It is one of my greatest flaws. But it also has an anti-helicopter missile, which would have come in handy a lot. So I could take an ECM pod, for example. An F-35B, it doesn't even have a gun, though. I don't know why. It doesn't receive a gun here. And this is the same problem where it's just not so intuitive there with the missiles. Again, probably just me, but with the AV-8B Night Attack, I'm liking this whole bomb loadout. This all bomb loadout. I'm kind of liking this. I could take rockets, but I'm still not thinking so. So yeah, I'm actually going to try out Harrier Night Attack. I don't know what it is, but I get 3 instead of 2 F-35s. That's nice. And this appears to be pretty much the best option. Yeah, it doesn't look like this is going to reconnect, so I'm actually going to hop off for tonight. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.